What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, I have absolutely no idea what we're doing because we are doing another random number generated request. Yes, indeed. For those of you who are fans of random things, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Supervised Chaos, and this is actually Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of August for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Supervised Chaos. I hope you enjoy the show, whatever the show might be. I have no idea. Nobody knows. Sometimes Supervised Chaos is the guy who likes to make all the tool requests. And sometimes, you know, you want to take a little break from Tool, give them a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a reprieve.
What's the matter with you?
And when that happens, he likes to just do a random number generated request, just pull some random, request out of the queue and make somebody's day by jumping them up to the front of the line with his prioritized request. So, in other words, long story short, Supervised Chaos, he's a G. He's an absolute G. And we're going to see what he can drum up here. We're going to switch over to that random number generator screen, and I'll see you there. All right, here we are on the good old random number generator screen. This is the random number generator that I like to use. So we will be picking a random request from the queue to bump straight up to the front of the line. I do have some rules for this, just to keep everything, just kind of fair. If you're already under the 300 mark, your time is coming. You're gonna be coming up in the queue pretty soon. So if you're under 300, sorry, you're not eligible. I'm really sorry about that, but I want to give some of the later ones a chance. You know what I mean? And right now, there are currently 998 requests in the queue. We are finally under 1,000. It's a miracle. But hey, you know what? The system is working, so I cannot complain. So some requests sitting between 300 and 998 is about to get picked. So now the question is, how many are we going to burn? Last time, how many did I burn last time? 5? I think I burned 5 last time. Let's burn 4 this time. We're going to burn 4, okay? So I burned 4. 4 numbers get burned. And the 5th number, whatever that number is, that's the number I'm going to go into the queue and find and pull out, pop up right to the front of the line. So here we go. Number 1. 457. Okay, that's not too high. Let's see if we can get a little higher than that, shall we? Burn number 2. We're getting lower. We're going the wrong way. Let's try again. Let's flip a U-turn here and let's try going the other way here. Burn number 3. Here we go. 865. Okay, burn number 4. Last burn. Okay, 393. Whatever gets picked next, that's our winner. Let's see what it is. Drum roll, please. 553. Okay, so right about in the middle somewhere. Okay, that's fair. All right. Let me go into the queue. Let me pick request number 553 out, and I will see you back on the main screen. All right, we're back. We're back on the main screen, and I have request number 553 here. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting at number 553 was, I say was, because it's not there in the queue anymore. It's right here in front of me. So it was Disciple. Yes, indeed. How about that? Disciple fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This request comes originally from Dwayne, but thanks to Supervised Chaos, it's no longer sitting in the queue. It gets bumped straight up to the front of the line. So Dwayne and Supervised Chaos, in a roundabout way, want to see me react to this. It is Disciple with a tune called The Executioner. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Disciple, no surprise there, and the video has 149,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. The Executioner official music video by Disciple. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their official page. Yes, indeed. Look, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it, all right? All I'm going to say is we're going to just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I never was the picture of a model son, a crooked criminal that caught holding the gun. It got so hard to see the truth from all the lies, slowly becoming more and more what I despise. I never should have left my foot inside the door, never content and always craving something more. I feel the darkness closing in on every side. It's time for something deep inside of me to die. The executioner puts the cross upon my back. How beautiful the breath, it is my last. Start praying over me last rites, while I'm giving up the ghost inside, while I'm hanging on the nails I drive. This cross is where I come to die. I've waited so long, this is the hill I'll die on. Stop praying over me last rites, this cross is where I come to die. You're not allowed to see the cards against my chest. I never trust nobody with my wretchedness, so I sit and try to fight this fight alone. I'll take allegiance, get this always out of love. So I scream, beat my head against the wall, fucking the wall, can't even crawl. I abuse the wounds that grace you. You say you love me, but it's hard to love myself. The executioner puts the cross upon my back. How beautiful the breath that is my life.
Very effective chords.
Stop praying over me last rites, I'm giving up the ghost inside, while hanging on the nails I drive. This cross is where I come to die. I've waited so long, this is the hill I'll die on. Stop praying over me last rites, this cross is where I come to die.
Okay. First things first. I'm enjoying this. I absolutely am. I'm digging the groove. I'm digging the vibe. I'm digging the energy. I'm digging the drive. I'm digging the placement of the accents. I'm digging those syncopated subdivisions of the guitar and bass coming through the chorus. Da, 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 da. Very heavy, but very clean. I like what I'm hearing there. Really helps kind of break things up, especially considering the fact that the measure or two prior, it was all sustained chords. You know, the 6 to the 4, and then down to the root. I'm like, that's a good contrast. I like that. It's a very nice contrast. Very effective pre-chorus, bringing it down and then building it back up again. That was smart. The use of the acoustic, I really like it. I think the acoustic really adds kind of a... When you have a song that's as full as this song is, when everything kicks in, it gets super full. So utilizing that acoustic to create kind of a hollowness in certain points, I think it's very smart. Having said all that, and make no mistake, I am absolutely enjoying the song. Would I say the song is impressive? No, absolutely not. It's very simple. It's very easy to follow. It's from a chordal progression point, from a notation standpoint, from a rhythmic pattern standpoint, from a theory standpoint, even like there's been no change in feel. There's been no change. I mean, forget about time signature. Forget about time signature change. Forget about key change. There's been no change in feel. We have been at this halftime feel this whole time. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm blown away by this when I'm really not, but I will absolutely say that I'm enjoying it without question. So anyway, let's get back into this. We got about another 2 minutes to go. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
This is the hill I'll die on. Stop praying over me, life's right. This cross is where I come to die. Let the hammer swing down. I made my pace. Said my goodbyes. There's no eulogies when it's convict eyes. My beautiful executioner. My beautiful executioner. I made my peace, said my goodbyes. There's no eulogies when this convict dies. I made my peace, said my goodbyes. There's no eulogies. Stop praying over me, last rites. I'm giving up the ghost inside. I'm hanging on the nails I drive. This cross is where I come to die. I've waited so long. This is the hill I'll die on. Stop praying over me, last rites. This cross is where I come to die. Let the hammer swing down. I made my place. Said my goodbyes. There's no eulogies. This cross is where I come to die.
I'm assuming the song's over. We got a whole lot of dead time. Oh, credits, of course. Credits. Anyway. All right. Got the gist of it, I have a feeling. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Disciple with The Executioner. This was a request from Dwayne and Supervised Chaos. And in a roundabout way, this was Supervised Chaos's prioritized request for the month of August for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Chaos. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you as well, Dwayne. Supervised Chaos decided to use his prioritized request this month for a random number generated request. So we used the old random number generator, got 553, and that's the request out of the queue that I pulled out, which just happened to be Disciple the Executioner. So there you go. I love those random number generated requests because you never know what you're gonna get. You have no idea. I don't even have an idea. I have no clue. And I don't know how to brace myself for it because it's impossible. So those are always fun. They're always fun. They're always exciting. And there's always a surprise at the end because, like I said, you have no clue. Anyway, let's get to the score here. There's not a lot to talk about, so we should have a pretty short review here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.3. Yep, 7.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.3. What does that mean? Well, a 7.3 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. So there you go, a 7.3, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Haha, so glad you asked. Okay, look, is it a complicated song? No, it's not. It's very easy to follow along with. Is there anything particularly all that impressive about that song? Not really. I can't really point any one particular thing out that made me go, wow, or, ooh, that was cool, or, whoa, that was amazing. No, I never felt any of those guys. Sorry, I didn't. But, solid songwriting across the board. Some nice growth within the song. Nice use of dynamics, both from a standpoint of playing softer / engineering, bringing it down, one of those two. And also through the entrance and exits of different voicings. Whenever you add more voicings, it's going to naturally get louder. When you take voicings out, it's going to naturally get softer. So they utilized both. I think they actually utilized all three. So that was nice. It showed some nice diversity within the song. Diversity that was kind of lacking within the direction of the song. The song just went straight forward. Now look, is there anything wrong with that? No, it's a straight ahead rocker. That's what it's supposed to be. There's not going to be any twists and turns. But because it is just a straight ahead rocker, I'm not going to sit here and, like I said, say I'm blown away by anything. Nothing surprised me. Other than the usage of the subdivisions in the chorus, when they got to that syncopated subdivided section after they did the sustain chord on the 6, sustain chord on the 4, and then they go to the root. And when they went to the root, they went into a nice rhythmic pattern within the guitars and the bass, locking in, playing syncopated, and playing the exact same rhythmic pattern at the exact same time, giving it a very heavy feel. That was nice. I liked that. I will also say I appreciate the song being at the slower tempo that it was at. If they had played this more like, double the speed, like if the tempo had been doubled, I think it would have worked against it, even if they had gone with halftime feel. So right now the tempo is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so if they had gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, doubled the tempo, but gone to a halftime feel instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, the slower tempo. Here's the thing: when you break it down, if they had gone halftime feel with double the tempo, or they had done what they did, which was the straight time feel at the slower tempo, technically the snare hit's going to be at the exact same spot. It's going to hit at the exact same placement. But there is something to be said about the actual halftime having a little bit of a heavier feel than a halftime feel at a faster tempo. So, plus by going at that slower tempo, it worked for them and against them in this one regard. Because the tempo was at such a slower pace, it didn't give them the chance to work with anything when it comes to changing feel. I mean, okay, think about this. Imagine if they had been going at this tempo that they were at, which is at straight times, they're on 2 and 4. What if they had gone to a halftime feel? Oh my God, that would have been slow. But by the same token, what if they had gone to a double time feel? Would that have worked? I don't think so. I think it would have worked against the song. So they made the right choice by not switching feel. But at the same time, they kind of painted themselves into a corner where even if they wanted to change feel, they really couldn't without wrecking the song. So it works both ways, you know, tit for tat. So, but in any case, the musicianship was solid across the board. I didn't hear anything that stuck out like a sore thumb. Drumming was solid, bass playing was solid, guitars were solid. I like the usage of the acoustic guitar in places to create a hollowness. I thought that was very appropriate considering how full in other places the song was. So, the nice contrast. Vocals, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I was blown away by them, but I think the vocal work was very fitting for the song. Changing up the styles where he did change up the styles very appropriately. So, singing and doing vocals with good taste, I got no problem with that. This is on coming up with a 7.3. It's not a mind blower, okay? It absolutely is nice. It's not going to sit there and try to impress anybody with its complexity. But at the same time, there was some really nice things happening in there. So, 7.3, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.3, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope that was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.